Hello, you wonderful people. How are you doing today? My name is Brooke Polis, the host of this podcast, Banter with Brooke. Thank you so much for joining me. This week's episode is, as you can see from the title, I'm just going to put a trigger warning. I am going to be talking about eating disorders, body dysmorphia, all of those topics. So if that is something that triggers you or you do not want to hear about, then I don't recommend watching this episode. But I've been wanting to make this episode since I've made my podcast, to be honest, because like I mentioned last episode, I wasn't really feeling like filming last episode. And I was like, but I'm going to be real with you guys and I'm going to still film even if I'm not having a good day, which today I am having a good day, but I still want to film real topics because it seems like I think I'm all perfect. I'm like, oh, positive lifestyle, all this stuff, but I do still have things that I struggle with, like anxiety, and I have OCD, and also I have a pretty rocky relationship with food. So to get started, it probably started when I was in middle school. I remember just being bigger than all my friends. Like, even like I wasn't necessarily overweight in middle school at all, but like I felt like I was because all the girls around me were so much smaller than me. And there's nothing wrong with that. But in my head, it made me insecure, which comparing yourself is like the worst thing you can do, but we all do it. So, and I remember also going home from school and eating snacks, but I remember hiding them. I remember I'd grab a snack after school and go and hide it. Like I didn't want to, well, to be honest with you, my mom would say like, you don't need to eat that right now, which I don't think she meant any harm by it, but it made me feel bad about myself because I think she was just like, well, we're going to have dinner soon because I'd get home at like, I don't know, 3:30 from school by the time the bus got to my house, and then we'd eat dinner at like 5:30. So it's like I think she just meant like you don't need to have a snack right now. But like just the way some people word things, it's very triggering, and I already like I said was I haven't really felt good about myself. So I'd go home and grab a snack and I would hide it in my room, which yeah, that was pretty sad. And I don't think I'm going to get emotional in this episode, but I'm sorry if I do, but that's just my raw emotion. And I remember I would get body shamed a lot in middle school as well, just from my friends, not necessarily calling me fat, but I remember when I first started going through puberty and women, you get these things called breast buds, and it's when your boobs start to grow, your they kind of just start growing in weird. And I remember my friends being like, why are your boobs shaped like that? And it's just like, I don't know, just like the little things. And they would make fun of my outfits, and I just got made fun of, but they were my friends. And so that kind of made me just feel bad about myself because I'm like, do my boobs look a certain type of way? And I have a pretty wide rib cage and stuff. And yeah, I just felt middle school, it wasn't terrible. It was just here and there. I would feel like I had to hide food. Um, and then I'm not really sure what happened. I think maybe just with like my hormones changing and everything after puberty from about eighth grade until sophomore year, like from eighth grade to sophomore year, I think I gained around 100 pounds in the span of that time. And I just felt really horrible about myself. And to be honest, like the words you say really do affect people. Like I remember every mean thing that somebody said to me, and it will stick with me literally forever. And that's why I'm such a firm, like, I hate people who are judgmental, because what you say really does affect people. And I just remember so many of my peers just calling me ugly, calling me fat. All of the guys, and I'm not trying to be, oh, pick me, like, victim mentality. I'm just explaining my feelings and my experiences. Um, and I remember I told you guys too in one of my crazy story episodes, some random guy yelled out his car window and called me fat. Um, a lot of kids in school called me fat, and I felt horrible about myself. Even like my own family members, they wouldn't really like call me fat, but they would just say things that would really hurt my feelings, to be honest. Like my mom and my aunts, and like one time my grandpa was like, "Oh, are you still on that diet? Like you've gained a lot of weight." Like just things like that, where it's like, I just don't think you should ever comment on anybody's body, literally ever. But it's just all of those things, and I felt horrible about myself. And then even like all my friends were like talking to guys and getting with people, and all these high school experiences that I did not get because of the way I looked, or that's what I at least felt like was it, because all the guys wanted this skinny cheerleader, like, and that just wasn't me. And I was also having a bunch of health issues. Well, I didn't really feel like I was, but my mom brought me to all these doctors, and she's like, because that is honestly a lot of weight to gain in that amount of time. But she was like, I ended up getting diagnosed with PCOS, which is polycystic ovarian syndrome. And that does cause symptoms like weight gain and acne and like irregular periods. I'm not really going to dive into that, but you guys can look that up, or most women, you should know what PCOS is. And then I also had insulin resistance, which basically when you have diabetes, your body doesn't make enough insulin. Insulin resistance, your body makes too much, which could lead to diabetes if you don't get it under control, which I've gotten it under control for the most part, but I was on this medicine for it, and I just felt like I don't know, I really felt horrible. Like my mom trying to get me to go on all these different diets to lose weight, and I just felt really, really horrible about myself. And I remember going shopping too was horrible. I hated going to the mall and going shopping, because everything that was in my size, I like extra large, 2XL, was so ugly. Or I would see something on the mannequin that looked so cute, and I would try it on, and it just wouldn't look how I wanted it to look on my body. And every single time without fail, when I'd go to the mall and go shopping, I would cry and want to go home, because none of the clothes I liked or looked good on me. And I still to this day find myself wearing like baggy clothes, or just like t-shirts and hoodies, because that's what I felt most confident in. And another thing I do struggle with is binge eating and comfort eating. For me, my problem is I like to eat when I'm bored. I like to eat as a comfort thing. Like if I'm stressed or sad, food brings me comfort. And binging, I've gotten better with binge eating, but it still is very hard for me. Like I would be so full But if it was in front of me, I had to eat it. And I don't know why. And it still is hard for me if something's in front of me to not want to eat it. And I feel really guilty. That's another hard thing, is the guilt associated with eating, at least for me. Every time I eat something that's not healthy, or if I eat unhealthy for, I guess I am getting emotional. Every time I eat unhealthy, I will feel guilty, especially because last year in like March, I got down to the lowest weight I'd gotten to in a very long time. And I've gained probably 10-ish pounds of that back, maybe a little more, if I'm being honest, maybe like 13 or 14 pounds back. And I feel very, very, very guilty about it. And I know it's not about the number on the scale. And I really try to not worry about the scale and try not to weigh myself every day, because it really does affect me, as you can see. And another hard thing is, like, no matter how much weight I lose, I feel like I will never feel like skinny. And another hard thing about eating and like body dysmorphia and all that stuff, that's like where the body dysmorphia part comes in, I think, is like I will always look at myself and look at, like, just see a body that I don't like, and it's really hard. And I'm so proud of myself for the progress I have done. I have lost so much weight, and I never thought I would be able to get under 200 pounds. And I did, and I am. And I'm so happy. This is embarrassing. This is, wow. Your guys' first time seeing me cry on the internet. But yeah, I'm so proud of myself. And I know I do look different. And another hard reality too is like that insecure version of me, like my insecurities are being validated, because when I started losing weight, the amount of people that are like, "Oh, you look so good," or like, "Oh," like, just like the amount of, and from like guys as well, the difference of attention I get from guys now versus before, it's just like, so really you weren't getting guys because you were fat. That's really what it was. And it just validates my insecurities, and it makes that version of me really upset. And you just never know, like, what if I was losing all this weight in a horrible, I have been doing it in a very like slow, healthy way at a healthy pace. But what if I wasn't? What if I was literally starving myself and people are just coming up to me, "You look so great," but really you're like, not just for me, but for anybody, like, don't comment on anybody's anything seriously, because you never know if somebody is struggling with body dysmorphia or anything like that. Like, don't comment on somebody's weight. Don't comment if somebody has like a weird birthmark. Don't comment if somebody has acne. Just don't say anything, because you never know. What if somebody's having a horrible day and then you just add on top of it, or vice versa? What if they're having a really good day and you just say something to them and it ruins their whole fucking day? Like, or like I was about to say, what if I was like starving myself and someone's like, "Oh, you look so great," and then it just validates me to keep doing this unhealthy behavior. It's like, just shut up when it comes to other people's bodies. It's so weird why people feel the need to, even if they think they're helping, even if they think it's a compliment, like telling somebody when they lose weight, "Oh, you look great." You would think it's a compliment. And for some people, sure, they might think it's a compliment. And I do, like, I appreciate that you're acknowledging my hard work, whatever, but it validates my insecurities of being like, no one ever told me that I looked great when I was 50, 60 pounds heavier. So that's just something to be more mindful about when you make comments on people. Just really think like, do I need to say that out loud? Another thing too is like fad diets. Those things do not work at all. Like low carbs and fasting, like intermittent fasting and keto diets and stuff, like those are so horrible for you, honestly. When you do stuff like low carb, like your body needs carbs. Carbs give you energy, they give you all these things. Like, seriously, those diets, yeah, they'll help you get the weight off, but as soon as you get back to eating regularly, you will gain all the weight back. They are not sustainable if you guys are seriously trying to lose weight. Those diets, and they're so harmful, and all these things too. I also wrote down social media standards. Everybody's on social media. Oh, do you want to do this? Try try the keto, try, and like Ozempic. I don't know. I just think weight loss, the whole like culture around it is really toxic and harmful. I just think, why are we promoting? I'm for body positivity all the way. Like, you need to love yourself no matter how you look. Some people, no matter what, they just can't lose weight, and like, it's okay. Just take care. If you're taking care of your body, if you're eating healthy and you're getting the right exercise and all that stuff, and you're still not losing the weight, that's fine. You just might be a generally bigger person, and there's nothing wrong with that. You're gorgeous. You're stunning. And that's completely fine. But social media makes you think that it's not fine. Social media makes you think you need to have a huge ass, huge tits, and the smallest waist, which is so unrealistic. And they want you to have no cellulite, no stretch marks. They want you to look like a fucking plastic Barbie doll. They want you to be hairless. They want you to be plastic. They want you to be smooth, no hair, no stretch marks, no cellulite, no acne, just a fucking. And it's so unrealistic and sad. And all these celebrities that face tune their pictures and they make it look like that's what they look like. They make it look like they have no hair, no pimples, no anything. And it's really harmful. And I want you guys to know that that is not real life. They in real life have body hair, they have pimples, it is a normal part. And if they don't, it's because they literally inject their body with fucking chemicals. They get all these plastic surgeries. They can afford these $1,000 facials to make sure they're every week or whatever, to make sure their skin is clear. Like, that is not realistic for the average human being, and no average human being looks like that. And I think it's weird to look like that. I think they look like Barbies. Like, they look stunning, clearly, but it's not. I think someone who has body hair, has a little fat, has little pimples is also equally as stunning. I think the way that social media shows how women should look is so, even men as well, like the rock hard abs, like, I'm sure men also feel, I'm just speaking from me, like a woman's perspective. I don't want to like speak for anybody else, but actually, let me not speak for women as a whole either. I'm just speaking for me. And I know some women that I know and I've seen online also talk about how harmful the beauty standard on social media is for women. So I know I'm not alone in thinking that way. But like I was saying, men too, I feel like a lot of men who don't have, if they have like, because like hair on their back and stuff, I just think everybody looks beautiful and normal. That shit is all natural. Acne, cellulite, stretch marks, like that is a normal thing that human bodies have. And I think it's crazy that social media, like, it's just, it really makes me sad. And like, I don't know why I'm reverting back to this, but like I said, I still struggle with binging tendencies. I want to binge eat, and it's so hard for me to create a habit because I was doing so good. And I also feel like I lost so much weight, like 50, 60 pounds, that my body's just at a plateau right now. And so I need to do like extra good to get the weight to go back down again. But it's really hard for me because I kind of got off track around like my birthday. I started doing bad, and I've been doing kind of bad ever since. And I want to, and nothing's bad. Okay. I shouldn't refer to it like that. This is just my inner monologue. Nothing is bad. Okay. And I'm still kind of maintaining ish. Like I said, I've gained like 10 pounds back, which is not what I would like, but that's the truth of it. And I'm still like another 50-ish pounds away, or 40-ish pounds away from my goal weight. And again, it's not about the number on the scale. I do want to start working out consistently and building. I want to start strength training. I want to lift weights, and I really just want to tone up my body, and I just want to feel stronger and feel healthier. But I need to get back on track, but it's so hard for me to do that for some reason right now. And I don't know why, because I also mentioned this in my last episode. The temporary joy is not worth it. Like, what am I going to gain from eating ice cream? I'm going to gain the, however long it takes me to eat it, the satisfaction of how delicious it tastes. But in reality, it's going to probably upset my stomach because all the dairy, all the sugar, it's going to fuck up my stuff, and it's going to make me gain some weight probably. So is the 10 minutes of the delicious taste worth all the other things? Not to me. And I just need to remember to tell myself that, but it's hard when I have my binging and my comfort, because it's comforting. And food is also very much a social thing. Like getting together with friends and family, you make food, and it is a way that brings people together. And I love to bake and I love to cook. And so it's also hard for me in that aspect, because when I'm doing stuff with friends, it's like when friends are like, oh, let's go out for ice cream, let's go out to eat. I don't want to say no, and I don't want to restrict myself, because then that also makes me feel horrible. And I feel like when you restrict yourself too much as well, it's very hard to stick to. I think allowing yourself to have a little bit of wiggle room is okay, because I don't want to be miserable either and like eat just a bunch of crap I don't like forever just to look a certain way. Like there has to be a balance, and it's really hard for me to have that balance. So I'm just trying to work things out. But yeah, I really feel bad for that younger version of me, because I'm doing okay now. Like I said, the biggest things I struggle with is just the guilt, like from gaining those pounds back, and the guilt of me not being able to get back on track as easy as I would like to. And I keep telling myself, like, I don't know. I feel I get down on myself because I have so many things that I want to do. Like, again, I mentioned this every fucking episode: clean my room. I want to get back on track. I want to work out like 5 days a week. I want to do all of these things. And I tell myself I need to do it. I want to do it. And then I can't get myself to do it. And I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, it's maybe laziness. Part of it is maybe just the overwhelmingness of how much stuff I have to do. I also think I have a little bit of ADHD. I'm not sure what it is, but there's no excuse. I just need to get it done. But it's very hard for me. And then I get down on myself, and it's a whole horrible cycle. But I am so proud of myself. And I know that the version of me, the sophomore year of high school version of me, who was at her heaviest weight, who was feeling so down and horrible, I know she would look at me now and be so proud and happy. But I still can't help but feel like it's not good enough. I still feel like I'm not at my goal, and I've backtracked, but also, like I've talked about, it's not a linear process. And if I want this weight loss to last for life and maintain a healthy lifestyle, my weight is going to fluctuate up and down, and I need to remember to tell myself and to tell you guys that that is okay. Your weight is going to fluctuate, and that is completely fine and healthy. You're not going to stay at the exact same weight every day for the rest of your life, especially women. We gain weight when we are on our period. We're more bloated. We're more also hungry. I know, at least for me, and I know for a lot of other women, we are more hungry when we're on our period. It's just, there's a lot of things, and it's not sustainable to be at one weight for your whole life. It really just isn't. Hold on, I need to go grab my water bottle because it's not near me and I'm fucking thirsty. Bag secured. Look at this whole blue moment. I know this blue headband does not match my shirt, but I needed a headband and my hair looks a little kooky. Okay, I don't even know where I left off, but I'm just, oh yeah, your weight is going to fluctuate and that's completely fine. And I know that I will get back on track eventually. And it's okay that it's fluctuating. But now the next section of this podcast, I want to talk about how much better I've done and the things that have helped me. Number one is seeing a functional wellness doctor. And I know that is not accessible to everyone. And I know it's not, some people can't afford it and all this stuff, but I'm sure you can look up some TikToks from like functional wellness doctors or like anything like that, because the functional wellness doctor that I see has changed my life completely around. And I am so unbelievably grateful for her. She has changed my views on everything. And basically a functional wellness doctor she takes a more natural approach. So she got me off of the medicine that I was on for my insulin. It was called metformin. It has horrible side effects. I mean, it did what it was supposed to do, but so my insulin, when it was at its highest, was at like a 46 or something like that, which is very high. Then when I was on metformin, it got down to like a 20, and it was like staying in the 20s. And which that is the regular, like I think that was in the range, it was fine, but she wants me in like a lower range, and she's gotten my insulin all the way down to a 4. That's not what it is now. I think it's like a 9, and I have another appointment right now. We're in like a mini maintenance stage where I was seeing her every 4 weeks at first, then it went to every 8 weeks, then it went to every 12, and right now it's 6 months. So I went in July. I'm not going again until like January. And I really I have a goal that I want to get by the time I'm at that appointment. And then now it's mid-October. So I really need to lock in. But no, I'm not going to say but. I'm going to lock in because I don't want to disappoint her either. And it's really like she's given me all these supplements to take, like natural, it's not a medicine, it's not a pill that the doctor prescribes. It's like healthy supplements. She's taught me so many important things, like what different things in my blood work mean, different healthy lifestyle tips, all these things. And so she has been such a huge help in getting my weight loss down, because that's why I wanted to start seeing her, is because I didn't know what else to do. And she's the one who's helped me also create a change in lifestyle, not so much a fad diet. So that's another thing I really recommend you guys try if you are struggling to lose weight, is see a functional wellness doctor or a holistic whatever. They are amazing. Seriously, could not recommend enough. And if you can't afford to, look on TikTok, find pieces of information, and just try and do it yourself, because it has helped me more than I can describe. Another thing is getting active. Getting active is a huge thing. And I'm not talking about fucking going to the gym 7 days a week, grinding, running on the treadmill, all this stuff. Even just simple things like, humans were not made to sit all day long. And that's what most people's jobs are, is just being in an office, being whatever. And no, humans are made to be outside in nature, being active, like just going for walks. Even if you can go for a walk or get yourself to be moving for 20 minutes a day, you are doing something amazing for yourself. I love to go for walks. It really, really, that's a way to get active. Going for walks is so healthy for you. That was unbelievable. Anyway, being active, dancing. I love to dance. I love to play Just Dance. I love to dance to music, going for walks. I go to a workout class 2 days a week, but I want to start working out more. Any type of move, even yoga, stretching, being active and moving is crucial to not only losing weight, but to being healthy. Like I said, not everything is about losing weight. You don't have to lose or have to gain weight to be healthy. And that's another thing that I think is so misconstrued, is that a certain body type is healthy, and that is not true at all. I saw I don't remember where I saw it, but it was like someone who's the average healthy weight but doesn't work out versus a woman who would be considered obese but works out like multiple days a week. The obese woman will live longer than the woman who is at a healthy weight, because it's about being active. And not every, like I'm saying, some people just genuinely can't lose the weight, even if they're being active, if they're walking, if they're eating healthy, but their body looks the same. They are still a healthy person, and that is okay, that they're not so skinny. And I don't understand how anyone can body shame. Like, how do you not feel horrible, disgusting? Like, this girl I went to high school with posted on her main Instagram story one time. I so badly want to say her name, because like, you're a fucking bitch, dude. Posted on her main Instagram story, if you are over 130 pounds, you should not wear a crop top. That is so gross. Like, nobody wants to see that. Girl, are you insane? Posting that on your main story is just unbelievable. Number one. Number two, this girl, you guys, is probably like 4'10", 4'11". So girl, 130 pounds is like a normal average weight. Just because you are 4'11", so you are like probably 90 something pounds, maybe 100 pounds. That is like a healthy weight for your body type. An average person is usually 130, 140. Like, girl, what do you mean if you weigh more than 130 pounds? Like, either way, you can weigh 500 pounds and wear a crop top if you wish. Like, what are you saying? Oh my God. Like, girl, that is so disgusting. Like, you should not, like, you don't have to weigh a certain amount or look a certain way. You can wear whatever the fuck you want and you will look amazing. Don't listen to people like that who are just horrible, mean. They just are negative. Don't listen to those kind of people. Anyway, sorry if you can hear my stomach. It is making lots of noise, but just get active. That is a huge tip I can say. And I can say that that is something that has helped me a lot in my weight loss journey. Another thing, like I said earlier, is changing your lifestyle. All those fad diets will never work. You have to change your lifestyle. You have to incorporate working out more. You have to incorporate eating healthier meals. If it's hard for you, you can start in the beginning, eating healthy a little bit, eating healthy like 3 days a week, and like just whatever you need to do that works for you. Or maybe you can do, I will eat healthy breakfast and dinner, and I can have a little bit more freedom for lunch. Whatever it is, do what you need to do, but it's all about changing your lifestyle. You have to implement things in your life that are sustainable and you can stick to, because if you like losing weight, I saw this on TikTok as well. It was this girl who's like going through a weight loss journey, and she goes to the gym and stuff. And it was like things she wished she could tell her younger self. And it was to focus on the journey, not the destination, because a lot of times people will try and lose weight for a certain event, for a wedding, for a vacation, whatever. And that will never work. You need to focus on the journey and take it slow, because when you take it slow and lose weight the right way, that's when you will be able to keep it off and be able to sustain that healthy lifestyle. When you just cram it in and just do low carb for however many weeks or months to get to a certain goal weight, then after that event, again, you're going to just gain the weight back and it's not going to be sustainable. So it's all about changing your lifestyle. The next thing I have is getting back on track. Like I said, I'm feeling guilty about myself right now because I'm struggling with getting back on track, but I'm going to do it, and I haven't gotten too far off track, but I just want to achieve my goals so I can say that I fucking did it. And I have achieved a lot of my goals for sure, but you always should have something to strive towards. And I just want to become the best, most positive, most healthy version of myself, mentally healthy, physically healthy. Like that's another thing. I just want to heal my relationship with food. I don't want to feel guilty when I eat certain things. I don't want to feel the binging urge. And that's something that might always be there that I'll just have to fight, and that's fine. But I just want to get back on track, get myself to work out like 5 days a week. I just want to go for more walks. I want to just become the best, healthiest version of myself. Another huge thing to have your weight loss be sustainable is healthy alternatives. If you want like a salty treat, instead of eating like Doritos or something, maybe, and I know it doesn't hit the same as like, because people are so dumb and they're like, instead of eating chips, eat broccoli with ranch. It's like, and they don't even say with ranch. That's what I would do. But even though I don't even fucking do that, if I want chips, to be honest, I'm gonna have some chips. But it's like, that was a horrible example for a healthy alternative. But you know exactly what I'm talking about. It's like, no, that is not enjoyable. You need things that are like there's cookies, these peanut butter cookies that look delicious. I think I found this recipe. The ingredients, literally like almond flour, peanut butter, and like eggs, I think are the only 3 ingredients. And you can get organic like healthy peanut butter that doesn't have all the processed shit in it, like Skippy or whatever. And those are completely healthy. That's all fine to eat. And also, not even just alternatives, it's all about portions as well. You can have everything you want in moderation. And I know every weight loss person says that, but it is genuinely true, because to keep it sustainable, you need to have a balance, and you need to be able to have things that you like every once in a while. Otherwise, you will go crazy and never be able to stick to it. So, having it in moderation, you could still have the Oreos. You can still have this. Maybe instead of having like the whole like half a sleeve of Oreos, maybe have one or two Oreos. Or instead of eating a whole pint of ice cream, eat a couple scoops. You know what I mean? Like, just don't overdo it. And that is what a lot of people struggle with, including me, because of my binging tendencies. I just want to eat and eat and eat. But learning how to just control how much is very crucial. Another thing too, I just always try and tell myself is health is wealth. And I have horrible health anxiety. Like, I just want to be healthy. Like, it is partly, whoa, I just fucking, sorry if that was loud. I just want to be healthy because I just am so scared of being, I don't know. I just never want to be sick. I always want to take care of myself. So that's another reason why it's been easier for me to stick to, because of the scare factor, if I'm being honest. I'm just scared. I don't want anything bad to happen. So I just try and be healthy. Another thing we've tried to do in my house is switch to organic, which who knows where it's really coming from. Who knows if it's organic, but all you can really do is try your best. And I know some people can't afford organic, but either way, just trying to be healthy. And if you don't buy organic, just make sure you're washing your produce, all that stuff. Everyone already knows that, but we've tried to switch to mostly organic stuff, and it's very, very just health is wealth. Literally, if you are healthy, you are doing great. And also moving, like making sure you're moving. Cause then when you're like in your 70s, 80s and you can't move and you have all these health problems, all of that stuff starts when you're younger, when you're in your 20s, 30s, like that's when you need to be really getting ahead on your health. So then you don't have all these issues when you're older and then have to deal with them all. If you get on that healthy lifestyle now, that's also what I tell myself. It's like, I want to be healthy when I'm older. I want to still be able to move. I want to still be able to do all these things. So that is why I'm trying to do all this now as well. So just making sure you're staying moving, eating right, eating clean. Like by clean, I mean like organic, good stuff. And another thing that really helped me a lot, which I've been not really sticking to as much, is trying to eat 3 meals. Because my problem before with binging was I would eat my 3 meals a day, but I would also be snacking in between. I'd have dessert, all the stuff. And also when I used to smoke weed, it got pretty bad because I'd get the munchies and I would just eat a lot of stuff. But now that I don't smoke, that's helped a lot. And just trying to eat 3 meals a day, but make sure they are, they have enough nutrients in them, and to make sure they are fulfilling. They keep me full to the next meal. So I try and just eat breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And usually for dinner, what we'll do is we always will try and have some sort of meat and some sort of vegetable. Like sometimes it'll be chicken with broccoli. Sometimes it'll be salmon with asparagus. The meats we usually switch from is like chicken, salmon, walleye. Fish is really good for you. So salmon and walleye are fish. Also like tacos, that's like meat and vegetables. I mean, the cheese and the sour cream isn't the best, but you know, again, I want to enjoy my food too. So I love baked potatoes. There's a lot of like, we just try and, which that's not really like the best either, but, and for breakfast, I usually eat these protein, like chicken sausages are really good. Just, I try and have some like sort of substance in my, each of my 3 meals. And I try my hardest, again, been off track, but I try my hardest to not snack in between and then not have a dessert. Like once I eat my dinner, I'm done. And that is actually really healthy because you're not supposed to eat close to when you go to bed. You're not supposed to eat, I think like 4 hours before bed. So yeah, again, that's not realistic for everybody. I know some people too, like with their job or whatever their schedule is, they don't even have time to sit down and eat a meal. They might have to just do snacks throughout the day, which again, you can find healthy snacks. You can eat vegetables for snack. You can find like healthy nuts are really good for you, like almonds, cashews, all that stuff. Walnuts are very good for you. Walnuts are very good for your brain health, I've heard. That's something I'm also really paranoid about is my brain health, because my grandma passed away from Alzheimer's and I'm so afraid of that. That is literally the scariest thing ever. And so I try and eat foods that are good for your brain. Blueberries are very good for your brain, walnuts, broccoli, going for walks as well. And I've heard that the two main things that cause Alzheimer's is lack of sleep and if you have high stress levels a lot. So I try and make sure I'm sleeping enough, and I'm not really a stressed out person, but I get a little like I don't know if it's stressed, but it's not like real stress. It's just like how I was saying that I am a little stressed because I have so much stuff to do, but then I don't end up doing any of it. It's more like that kind of stress, but I'm okay. I'm doing good. But anyway, that's not even what this episode is about. Just trying to eat 3 meals a day, and underneath that I have in creating good habits. So that is like a good habit, would be to eat 3 fulfilling, nutrient dense meals a day. Don't try not to eat late at night. Another good habit would be to go for walks or to get active. All those things, y'all know what good habits are. Just create good habits and stick to them. And it's all about the journey. Like I've said, there's not a destination. Your health, your weight loss, all that stuff, it is a lifelong journey. It is a journey with no end. You just have to take care of your body, take care of your mental health. And again, well, I guess I can just say my advice for this episode, because as y'all know, if you're new here, I give you guys a piece of advice, a positive quote, or a little motivation at the end of each episode. And my advice is to be easy on yourself and love your body. Like I said, it is okay to not look a certain way, and you should love yourself no matter what, and love your body. Your body does so much for you. Your body allows you to live. Your soul is using your body to live this human experience. Your body is amazing. Your body is a temple. Take great care of it. That's another reason I want to be healthy, is because I want to take care of my body. And whatever healthy looks like to you, just do that. You are gorgeous. You are beautiful. You are worth it. You are amazing. No matter what you look like, no matter any of that stuff, you matter. You are awesome. Don't let social media's standards affect the way you look at yourself. Comparing yourself is the worst thing you can do. And like I said, all those celebrities, their photos are highly edited. They are so unrealistic. You are awesome. I'm sorry if anything I said was triggering. Some of these things were just my own negative thoughts that I was expressing. If you guys struggle with any type of binge eating or eating disorders, body dysmorphia, just know you are not alone, and there are ways you can get help. I'll put the hotline in the description down below for eating disorders and all of that. It is so important that you get help if you are really struggling. And my DMs are always open as well. My Instagram is also in the description below, and you can DM me. I will respond. I'm always here to help. I will not judge you. And thank you so much for watching. Sorry this episode was a little bit deep. It has been something that I struggle with heavily, and I struggle with it daily. I'm constantly thinking about food and my body and all that stuff. So you guys are not alone, and I love you all so, so much. Thank you for watching. On the bright side, the day this gets uploaded, I am seeing Theo Von. Oh my gosh, I love him. I'm going to see him live doing stand-up comedy with my mom. I am so excited to see him. So yeah, that's something I'm looking forward to. I don't even know why I just told you guys that, but anyway, I love you all so much again. You are awesome, worth it, and health is wealth, baby. Please like, comment, and subscribe. That would mean the world to me. Please turn the post notifications on. Also, comment down below any video suggestions, anything you want. And all my social medias will be linked in the description. And I will see you guys in the next video. Bye.